size, one of the best on-ball defenders in the ACC. In our food line, food for thought, look at the production numbers for SMU without Edwards. Saved by Washington, but to Nate George. He'll race it into the front court. Kings a three, and the orange on the board.
Being able to get out on the break.
Washington trying to answer the three. Yigatola reached over the top of Kyle. Follow from Pierre, wouldn't go. There's the rookie Toombs. By all his standards, not good on Saturday in Tallahassee. Here's Toombs. Follows his own miss. Third track won't go. Fourth time, no good.
That's a tough matchup because Toombs is going to have to guard him on the perimeter.
Here's Freeman. Shot fake, allow the three away. And too strong. Missed everything. Kings got the rebound on the airball.
No breeze in here, man. No breeze.
Miller, Yigatola, nice pass, catch and score Pierre. Good. Mustangs push with Washington, and here's Pierre, a spot up three. Back rim miss, Washington will give him a second chance. And Pierre free to the basket.
Right there, good D inside. I don't think Syracuse is going to, reverse the ball or take 3 or 4 passes in their offense. They're going to look to score quickly.
After he made the shot, Miller chatted back, and I think they want to try and see if they can't double the fuse on that before. Let the game do the
score like that, reverse the ball in transition, get it to the other side, and force them to play against closeouts.
Kings on the drive, threw it up left-handed.
To take it. Now they got the switch.
Here's Miller against Sadiq White. Now Pierre with 9 to shoot. Miller a three away. Got it.
The team's clearing it out. See, they want to get Boopy going with his right hand.
And he knocks down a...
I love the 6.6 assists. He's showing he knows how to get his teammates involved and still get his points.
Look at Toombs rolling, the big freshman. Drops in the turnover. The trainer over there, Raymond Chu, was retaping an ankle.
Well, sometimes, Wes, you got so much rhythm in your game, you got to retape your ankle.
Oh, my goodness. There's the turnaround.
Good D without fouling by Freeman.
George on the quick attack against Davis Ray. Followed by White and a foul.
Score, situational offense, situational defense.
Yeah.
And you cannot have slippage. You got to have all your screening angles and your spacing down.
Good D by the orange.
And now here comes Kings with George. Kick back. Tyler Betsy will fire from there. Comfortably knocks down.
Everything else takes care of itself. Good steal by Nate George.
Here's George on the run for the orange. Kick out Kings. Another one.
Flash.
They got to guard the three.
Yigatola will hand to Miller, and here go the Mustangs the other way. Boopy on the attack. Kick out. Pierre at the front.
Well, you can't say in this little stretch. That's the first offensive rebound since the last time out.
And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Yigatola caught the perimeter at the right.
There it is.
There's Toombs. Big man, 2-man, and score. Cement Yigatola.
The back of that zone.
Here's Corey Washington. Digs in hard on the dribble, scores with the right hand. First bucket for Little Rock. Team now with 9:54 to go, and here's a turnover to Jermaine O'Neal Jr. Here's Pierre in traffic and couldn't finish it. And Pierre partially blocked, recovered inside. Here's Toombs way underneath the basket, scooped it up, and it went in. Good support than the rim. Soiree. Starling, a lob, and Soiree the dunk.
In the middle of that zone. Look at him pointing. Using his IQ.
Yigatola runs it down. Here's Miller. He'll fire and hit.
Playing your role.
Defense usually gets you on the floor in practice.
How about a little offense? On the drive. Here's Washington.
Boy, I love him.
Every time, Debbie.
He's players in this league.
Making sound decisions every time that ball attacks the paint.
8 for Toombs on 4 field goals. 6-point lead for the Mustangs, and George answers 11 to shoot.
To flash to the middle.
Washington, a bad three.
Contestant hadn't had a lot of looks yet, but that was an impatient shot.
I agree.
+7 advantage for the Mustangs. Toombs again, yes. Dunk out, Boopy a three. Front rim miss, Kings the rebound, or Kings on the run out. George the lead and the score.
Yes, Nate George once again. Young
by Kyle. George controls. Oh, and Kyle flush.
That's just filthy. Nathan George.
Here's Toombs again. Lob. Yigitolu came down with it. Around 3 jersey score.
Hey.
Ahead of 4 to go. Kings. Kyle. Betsy a 3.
Oh, come on.
That's what he does.
72% of the shots he takes.
In particular, I thought he and Adrian Woolley were terrific Saturday in the win at Miami, Dennis.
No, they really were.
Here's the fall away by Kings. Pierre is now 2 for 10 in this first half, missing there. Miller missed it. Toombs has it.
That's the game. Playing in that middle third. He's got 9 rebounds.
3 ball is good. That's Betsy, another one.
Good job.
They'll meet NC State tomorrow. Second round coverage here in Charlotte. Foul line area, Toombs pushes it up and scores. 14 for Toombs. Great game with an injury he suffered at Cal in the regular season. Here's Yigitolu off the Toombs pass. Samet scores through.
You know, his man or his boss screen defense and what he wants to do by staying in a lot of zone. There's a lot of possessions of zone for SMU.
And King. Here's Pierre out of the corner. Now Washington on the attack. Down for Yigitolu. Goodness.
Debbie.
Both playing the 2.
Dennis, no free throws in the first half for SMU. I think that's how Pierre's got to get himself going.
Standing 3. Boopy misses. 9 threes. If you count the 1 at each end to begin the half. Here's Pierre.
That's 4 threes since we started the second half.
And a follow for Corey Walker. A little troublesome for a while for Andy Enfield, who I thought used his bench beautifully.
Really good tag on the backside by Pierre.
Quiet first half for Starling.
There's that twist action on the top of the zone. It's a good way to get a 3 off. But again, no piece of the paint by Syracuse.
Washington, quick jumper off the Miller pass.
Zone, oh, they had a bounce play.
Miller. Foul line area for Toombs. Quick look. Yigitolu the catch. It fell in for him. We're going to come. Boy, Geron's had another struggle offensively so far. Toombs back from Miller. Rattles in. 3 ball. And inside they scramble. Kings gives them a 3rd try. They get it back for Nate George. He'll square for the 3 and tapped home by.
Last 7, he's been averaging just under 15.
Here's Miller, a deeper 3. That's good. Dennis, now we saw Mustangs in transition. Boopy all the way through. Slips it for Pierre. Air ball. Yigitolu cleans it up on the back.
Well, that sprint opens up the top of the floor.
What a pass to Yigitolu. He'll slip it, and Toombs again. That one rattled out. Cement missed the tap follow.
Listen, SMU has missed 30 shots and offensive rebounded better than 50% of them.
Oh! There's Sadiq White on the board in his hometown, playing in his first ACC tournament. Here's Toombs again. Kyle collapses. They kick it to Washington. He knocks down the 3.
Well, Corey.
And 3 of his last 16 from 3. Kings fall away on Pierre is good.
I like it.
Ron Pierre has but 2 field goals in the first half. Miller pull up 2.
Great screen by Yigitolu. I think he can get something going. I think he needs to get downhill to the rim.
Here goes Kings. Kick into the corner. George squares. Can't finish. Look at Nate Kings.
He defend that entry to the logo area. Now they are. That's an adjustment in the zone.
Betsy squares. And the rebound. We were breaking it down earlier today with old number 4 from Alaska. Here's Miller.
It's an enjoyable conversation, isn't Carlos?
Yeah. And Miller is 87%. One of the better free throw shooters in the ACC. And the first one good. Look at the improvement Boopy Miller made 3D from a year ago.
Well, after talking to Andy, it's like, we know you can get buckets, but at 5.
He's got 19 of those. Pierre had it blocked, recovers. He'll reset and shoot again.
That way, you got 2 or 3 guys making shots.
And the way they can score.
Pierre missed that one. Washington fights inside, fouled, and we'll get Dayton Pitt tomorrow at noon. We talked about this Saturday. Clemson and Louisville are also waiting to find out team they'll face tomorrow. But the group we saw Saturday, Luke Laux and Florida State, Debbie, to close the regular season, that is a team coming in here feeling really good. Foul a moment ago on Sadiq White is his fourth, by the way, and Kings gets the bucket.
You know what? You can survive.
Against George, and the Orange is extending now to play man, and there's a takeaway. This is White, and Sadiq White lost it on the way up. On the catch, he'll spin baseline against Freeman, blocked by White.
Get that shot out of here, Sadiq White says.
Here's Freeman taking it down, the scoop and score for Donnie Freeman.
Great point. 3 steals, rebound, just hasn't scored the ball.
Yep. Here's Toombs at the foul line again. Kick for Pierre, another 3, this one off the right.
Get into the slot. Wide open.
Beautiful basketball.
All triples in the second half.
Talking to the people. Oh, and there's White. Toombs, who, for the record, is 6 of 25 from 3 this year.
Smart decision making, big fella.
20-point lead, and he won a Pac-12 tournament at Southern Cal. He went 500 in the Pac-12.
Sure did.
When they went to the tournament, he went 11 and 11. And of course, we got him talking about. Oh yeah, Debbie. Debbie. Breaking news. Yesterday we had a shooter session. Here's Pierre.
Speaking of shooting,
you guys waited.
Debbie
couldn't finish it. Now Kings and the Orange got to recover. Standing 3, Betsy. You bet.
Come on, automatic. Hit some transition threes. We had a 1-point SMU lead at halftime.
And
big shot right here.
Back to 13 now. For Jermaine O'Neal Jr. Baseline had it raked out by George.
Good D.
13-point game. Lob and White to finish. 63. Miller for Yigatolu. Boopy ends up with it again. Out on the dribble, soft fall away, good.
Yeah, Boopy, don't throw it.
Terrific work for Andy Enfield. Toombs on that bench, by the way, for SMU out of the timeout. And Washington tried to pour in a 3, and O'Neal went over.
Pat Kelsey, something to look at for tomorrow.
There's a 3 from Freeman. First triple of the day for Donnie Freeman. He had 20 or more. Here's Yigatolu. Kick for Pierre, 3 away. Got it.
Unselfish.
Yigatolu, Pierre, sure, why not? Thought about it.
He hesitated.
And Toombs went for the rebound. They're going to get Freeman for the basketball committee, who's expected to retire July 1st. Now, Michael Haney was named.
Yeah, shared the ball, find open spacing. To Debbie's point earlier, maybe the Orange went to this trap early in the second half.
No, Red Autry in 3 years is 49 and on the way to being 49. You got to remember this. The landscape behind some of this has also changed too, guys.
That's right. Transfer portal.
Very good. In Tallahassee, totally different performance early and often all night long.
Chance to play him again.
Yep. Here comes Pierre. He'll flip it. Yigatolu the dunk. 69 is going to be the final. Boopy Miller with 25 and 7 rings who move on to meet Louisville tomorrow around 2:30.